Good afternoon, Trojans. Welcome back to Cambridge Public Schools. This week's Monday mission is being a friendship and relationship champion. And when I think of anything that is championship related, I think a lot of it has to do with doing the little things right. And a few of the little things that we want to talk to you about this week. The first one would be caring about others. I think when you show care and compassion towards other people, it really boils down to showing some interest in their life, the things that they're interested in doing. Going out of your way to be helpful, be somebody who treats people like they want to be treated, such as the golden rule. So I think that's something that you need to think about when you're thinking about being a relationship and friendship champion, is really caring about other people and the things that are important to them. And you can try to find mutual interest and things of that nature between both of you guys. What's something you think about when you think about being a relationship champion?
I think about sticking up for others, and I think a lot of the time when we see things that are happening to people, it's easy to laugh and be like, oh, that happened, but it's more difficult and it's more of a challenge to stand up and be like, hey guys, that's not right. So I feel like standing up for people, sticking up for people, when we see others being treated wrong or treated unfairly, big factor. The other thing is, I feel like that we also know, like if we know you need to be somewhere and you may need a little extra assistance or something that you need to be taking with you, maybe some like shorts for practice or football or something like that. If I got an extra pair, guess what? I can help you out. And that's what we're here for. We're always taking care of each other, building that morale, helping each other out. And again, it's all about helping the struggling of our population. And as more of us help that, the people who need it the most, all of us succeed as a whole. And I feel like that's a good factor there.
Yeah, and I think one of the things to say about that too is just how easy that could be. It's just simply just saying, if you see somebody who's being treated poorly and you want to stand up for that person, it's just simply, hey, talking about the person who's doing the mistreating, talking about, how we act here, what's our expectation here, and how we treat people. And I think it doesn't take a big confrontational moment. It's just having a conversation with somebody and making them realize, or checking them and making them realize that what they're doing is out of line.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the time, if you just put a perspective of,
Sure.
Hey, how do you feel? How does that person feel, or how would I feel in that situation? Or if someone was treating me like that, that's one of those things that we need to kind of put that in that perspective and understand that we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different things. So picking each other up, learning a little bit about each other on the way, it's all a great thing.
Absolutely.
So it's a Trojan way, really.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
No doubt. Last little one that I want to talk to you a little bit about, and something that I feel pretty passionate about, is putting others before self. I think that's something that, just as society evolves, we haven't really necessarily we've lost that perspective. I think we've become very much a me first culture. And I think one thing that's going to make you better at being in relationship and friendships is going to be, can you put down what you're doing to help somebody else out? And it could just be, holding the door for somebody, or, like Mr. Reiser was talking about, standing up for somebody, or, somebody needed some assistance. You're just going out of your way to help somebody out.
The other day I was at the grocery store and there was a gentleman in front of me who had like 8 bags of stuff, and I said, you need help with that? And they didn't have anybody to go help him out. And I said, I'll help you do that. I didn't even pay for my stuff. I said, I'll be right back. I helped that guy take his stuff out, came back in. They looked at me and they're like, that was very nice. And I said, hey, somebody had to help him. It's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So,
and this is some guy you really didn't even know who it was.
I have no idea who he was.
Right. So, you can go out of your way, and that's how you can build a relationship. You can start from nothing, and just by putting yourself out there and doing something for somebody else is going to, foster a positive relationship. That's going to, that the next time you see that person, you may not remember them, but they're going to remember you as the guy who had to help me out of the grocery store.
Positive connection, positive experience. So,
Yep. And just with those 3 things we talked about, caring about others, standing up for others, and putting others before yourself, are just basic, minimal, tiny things that can go a long way in growing and fostering relationships. So this week, while we're here at school or outside the school building or whatever, an activity, go outside your comfort zone, and try to do these 3 little things, become relationship and friendship champions, and see what you can do to help build those relationships in your life, and making more positive experience for yourself and others.
Okay. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Be a good week.
All right, with that, let's have a great week and go Trojans.
Go Trojans.